Culture?
Sure.
Ja, schöne Lights geturnte Seiten. So viel Möglichkeiten. Wow. Neues Outfit, teure
Hey, what's up? My name is SAWATARIX, aka SAWATARIX. I'm a Magic player and I paint tokens for other MTG players.
Brainstorm?
Red and blues from behind. Move slow. We from where red lights mean go. Green lights mean faster. Red and blues from behind. Move slow till they pass you.
Stoneforge Mystic Activation.
Sure.
Und den Germ Token bringe ich rein.
What's up everyone, it's your boy SAWATARIX, aka SAWATARIX. Welcome to this Tuesday night stream. I wanted to stream yesterday, didn't do it, couldn't do it, now I'm doing it on a Tuesday. Alright, so good to see you guys. Hey, hi sir, what's up? If you're watching this on, you can watch this live stream on both Twitch and YouTube. And if you're watching, then also please make sure to like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. My camera is dead, I think. Is my camera dead? I think my camera just died. My camera just died. My camera just died. Let's try to reactivate it. Yeah, dude. Boom. Nice, dude. All right, okay. We got the camera fixed. No problem. I'm here in my studio. I had a wonderful day. I did some alterations earlier and, you know, some other stuff. I was testing a little, like I was goldfishing a little bit of CDH2 as I got into that format. I'm gonna talk about this in a second. But today we're gonna play something that's been like on my to-do list for a few weeks now, but I really want to play some vintage, dude. I really want to play some vintage, and vintage with stock ups. Yeah, dude.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. That's gonna happen today. I'm also gonna do a little bit of a giveaway later for the Eldrazi spawn tokens. We got the playmat. I'm gonna talk about this like later, but we're gonna do vintage gameplay, a small giveaway, and otherwise, yeah, just Just hang out. Hope everyone has a drink. I got myself a Clubmate Winter Edition. I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just like it a lot. So the deck I'm gonna play today and on Magic Online is gonna be this bitch. All right. 4-color. How do we call this? This is 4-color combo control, kind of. Like, it's literally like we draw all the cards, right? It's the title of the stream. It's literally we draw all the cards. So what we do is we just have like the vintage staples, right? We have Ancestral Recall somewhere. Yeah, we have Ancestral Recall. We have like Time Walk. We have like Black Lotus, you know, like the Moxen. For everyone who isn't really familiar with vintage, you usually play like a very low land count. Like this deck only runs 14 actual lands. Then we play like Mana Crypt and like, you know, Mox Jet and Mox Sapphire, Mox Opal even. And then we play like all the busted cards, like the most busted things in all of Magic you will see in vintage. And I don't even think it's even close. Like, you do so many broken things here. Hey, Rob BL, what's up, man? Millmaster? Hell yeah. Yeah, so what is this deck trying to do, right? So, on plan A is we just draw all the cards. And then like 10 minutes after we drew all the cards, we eventually also need to win the game, unfortunately. And for that, we use stuff like 4th Eolingers. There's like a single copy of it. We can also just beat our opponent with Lures of the Dream Den, which is our companion. And we also have a couple of wizards in this deck, because this is like secretly also a wizard tribal deck. It has a single step custom mage, and it also plays 3 copies of the new card Thunder Trap Trainer. A 2-mana 1/2, Offspring 4. And when this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, and you may reveal a non-creature, non-land card and put it into your hand. Then rest goes on the bottom, right? So what's so cool about this card is like it literally grabs any spell, I want to say, besides other Thunder Trap Trainers and maybe the Snapcaster Mage. But like everything else in the deck is a non-creature spell. So you can grab like a Force Will, or you can grab like a Stock Up, which you know just got released like the other day. So that's pretty cool too. So Thunder Trap Trainer, like you really have to be like giga unlucky to miss with this dude, because I feel like I see it coming. Maybe I don't know. I don't think it will ever happen, but never say never, right? What else? We play Force Will, obviously, and Force Negation. You know, lots of counters in this deck to try to, you know, stop our opponent from doing stuff, because once again, this is a very powerful format, and people play the most busted things out there on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And so on. So like you gotta be prepared, right? There's a Mental Misstep somewhere. There is a Flusterstorm, very common in vintage. There's a Thoughtseize to what else? A Braid, a little bit of interaction with creatures, and there's a Flame of Honor, which gets like style points because we only run wizards in the deck, dude.
Let's fucking go.
That's just a single copy, but I think this is pretty neat. Draws cards, destroys artifact, and, you know, deals 5 damage to any creature, right? What else? Even our land is like, you know, interaction. Sink in the Stupor is in the deck. We have a single copy of Momentum Breaker. I don't think many people are familiar with this card. Like, I wasn't familiar with this card, so I had to actually read it. 2-mana black enchantment. Start your engines. And when this enchantment enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature or vehicle of their choice. Spoiler alert, there are not many vehicles in vintage in general. So usually it's like an edict effect. And each opponent who can't discards a card, right? And then for 2 and sacrifices enchantment, you gain life equal to your speed. Now, what's so cool about this enchantment is, just like any other permanent, like you can all pick them up with Paradoxical Outcome, right? 4-mana instant came out like a while ago in Kaladesh, and you return any number of things you have, like non-permanents, non-token permanents. You bounce them back to your hand, and then you draw cards equal to the number of things you bounced. And I think you are pretty happy bouncing Thunder Trap Trainers. You're pretty happy bouncing like Moxen and even the Momentum Breaker, right? You just bounce it, you draw a card of PO, and then you replay it and get extra value that way. So I picked up this deck from Japan. Like one of my friends showed me this deck earlier, and this is, yeah, dude, this looks super fun to me. Yagmoth's Will is also in the deck, and Demonic Tutor, Merchant Scroll. Merchant Scroll can get like Force of Will, but also PO. What else? Is there anything else to say? Oh, Usa Saga, restricted, but still very powerful. And the sideboard has ley lines, because Stretch is one of the most popular, or like one of the strongest archetypes in Vintage. Then we have a Braid and Biforce to get rid of like stacks things, you know, Chalice of the Void, I don't know, like any artifact nonsense. Fatal Push for creatures, Consigned to Memory can counter both Mishra's Workshop artifacts, but it can also counter like a Thassa's Oracle trigger, very, very good in Vintage. Mindbreak Trap, of course, against like stormy things. Pithing Needle stops Bazaar of Baghdad, for example, but it can also stop like, I don't know, Wasteland, Strip Mine, that sort of thing. But even like a Planeswalker. Pyroblast, because there's lots of blue cards, like I think like the majority of decks in Vintage are blue based, so like you gotta have your Pyroblast ready. And then our cat, Lurrus of the Dream Den. This is the deck. This is a deck. I'm very hyped. I will see how many games I will get in today, because this is one of the slower decks in Vintage, right? As you can see, like we only have very few cards to actually win the game. And the best one, again, is 4th Eolingas. But you don't always find it. Like, you can get it with Demonic Tutor, I guess, but most of the time, we are trying to also like to not lose. And yeah, just overwhelm our opponent with card advantage. So that is our goal for today. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, again, if you want to do your Kai a favor, please press that follow and subscribe button. It will boost the channel and help me out a lot. And you know, I'm so hooked on this deck. So let's get going. Let's get going. Vintage. And let's go into a Vintage League. Hope everyone's having a good time. It's currently 8:30 p.m. in Germany. Where am I right now? I think it's like earlier, like I don't know, like lunchtime in the States maybe. So happy lunchtime. Okay. Oh yeah, and also like while we are queuing, queuing might take maybe a little bit. We have to see, because it's Vintage and not like it's not like Modern or other formats where you get paired against an opponent instantly. Like Vintage might take a little bit of time. Let me just show you something in between while we wait. Like maybe you can see it right over there. It is not finished, but like I'm painting a fish token painting. I had a really cool session like 2 days ago, I think. I just put like a lot of music, and just sat there and thought about like a fish token painting for the Into the Floodmaw. And hopefully this will come out as a token relatively soon. So very stoked about this as well. If you have watched my latest like videos and streams, like you probably noticed that I'm so high on stock up. I just ordered a bunch of copies, for my legacy deck. I played a lot of Omnitel and Sneak and Show a little bit too. And generally, like, I believe that this card is... Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it's for me, sometimes it reads like double Demonic Tutor. Like, you have to be a little lucky, but look at the top 5 cards and put 2 of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom. You don't draw them, so it doesn't even trigger, like, Bowmaster or anything. You can play it through Narset. And with all these, like Moxen, you know, like some like Mox Emerald, for example, like Mox Jet. I guess Mox Jet like taps for colors, but like the majority of the cards are blue. So like you can use your Mox Emerald and Mox Jet and all these like Ursa Saga, which only taps for colors. Like you can use this mana really nicely for stock up, I think. So it says 3 mana, but it really isn't that much, I think, especially in a deck like this. And hopefully we get to chain a lot of them, like stock ups into more stock ups, into PO, into Fourth Eolingus is like what I would prefer to do today. But we shall see. There's also Lorien revealed. I forgot to mention this card. This is also very powerful in Vintage. Pitches to all the forces. And also, like, you cast this card more often than you think, I think. In 5 mana is pretty doable. And yeah, like sometimes you just play like a 5 mana draw 3. Very cool too. What else? Vexing Bauble got restricted, I think, last year. I'm very happy with the restriction. I'm also generally very happy with Vintage. I've always been a Vintage fan. Like most recently, I sold my Black Lotus, unfortunately, because like private reasons. So I can't, like, I have like Mox Jet, I think, Mox Jet and Mox Ruby, and like Ancestral Time Walk I have in paper. But I can't fully build this deck in paper, unfortunately, because of like also like how expensive Black Lotus is. Right, this card is a monster. And and when I lived in Tokyo for almost 10 years, like I got all my power pieces just because there were so many tournaments in Tokyo, like, and they don't do proxies. I think like in Europe and in the US, like there are like lots and lots of proxy friendly tournament, which I personally like. But in Japan, like just playing proxies is not that common, I think. And then like if you want to play a Vintage tournament, you know, like the God of Vintage in Haruya, you have to actually get your Power 9 pieces, and that's why sometimes you see deck lists that don't have the perfect Power 9 cards. You know, like I think even I had a deck list. If you like look for my name in the decks, like I think you find maybe a few decks that just don't have the full Power 9 in there, but I won regardless somehow. Right. Oh. But yeah, hopefully we find an opponent at some point. I haven't played Vintage in a while, so not sure. Also this looks like the leagues got resetted. There's not a single trophy leader right now, so maybe they got like a reset. Sorry. Let's go back to league details. Yeah, and they have like only 8 active players. So let's see. I think the max I've waited for like a Vintage queue was like about 20 minutes or so. And then I kind of just gave up and, you know, left. But I think we got an opponent. Let's fucking go. All right, cool. Welcome everyone to the first round of this Vintage League. I'm your boy Kai SAWATARI, aka SAWATARIX, and we have 4-color PO with us, and we won the die roll. Let's go. Reveal our companion Lurus. And let's see what our opponent is doing here. They also reveal Lurrus. Alright, okay. So both players have Lurrus. You have lots of counters. I thought up to trainer. We have 2 lands. I'm definitely gonna keep this hand. It's slower. It's one of the slower hands. But I don't think I can mulligan a hand like this. Okay, opponent's taking some mulligans, I think. Oops. Let's go Volcanic Island, go. Okay, attacks him probe. Yeah, you can probe me. Now I didn't know what's up. It's not a great feeling to get probed. Okay, you got Amongst Ruby. Sends us dividing top. You got that one too. Okay, and there's the first stock up, nice. Okay, cool. This is very nice. Let's go ahead and cast Thunder Trainer. Oops. And I actually wouldn't, like, if this guy sticks, I wouldn't actually mind picking up a Mox maybe. You know, so we have more mana for stock ups. Okay. We actually find the best Mox. Mox Sapphire. Oh, boo! But there's Ancestral Recall too. Holy moly. Wow, this is insane. Okay. Ancestral is the greedy play. Because if they ever, like, Wasteland or, like, Strip Mine or Volcanic Island, we are completely dead. So I'm gonna take the safe bet and take Mox Sapphire. Also, this turns on our Flusterstorm. But man, putting Ancestral Recall on the bottom is like... Dude, this really hurts. I would have picked the Ancestral Recall if the Mox was any other Mox. Merchant Scroll. Ah, yeah, you got it. Okay, they got their Ancestral. Mm-hmm. All right, what's the play? So they are... If they untap and cast Ancestral, like, they can pay for my Flusterstorm, which is unfortunate. I think I'm gonna cast my... Let's see, I could also just ignore Ancestral and just make a construct. Let's pass the turn. I will most likely make a construct, I think. And I will fight over Ancestral with Force of Will and Flusterstorm. Also, like, Sensor Divine Top, like, always gives me, like, old legacy vibes, you know? Like, Counterbalance Top. Like, for the majority of my legacy career, this used to be a format staple. And I thought that this guy will stick around for so long. I didn't play a lot of Counter Top Miracles. I did, but, like, not as much. I played Sensor Divine Top mostly in Storm decks and Legacy. Okay. So they untap, play a land. No one. Okay, they don't play Ancestral. Yeah. I mean, this is a little bit awkward. They have so much mana. They can pay for Flusterstorm regardless. So I think I'm gonna make a construct, and if the Ancestral in response, I'm gonna force, and hope that works. Okay, there is the Ancestral Recall. I'm gonna force a will, and I think I'm actually gonna pitch. Trainer or Flusterstorm. I think I'm definitely gonna keep up. I definitely want to keep stock up and like Snapcaster Mage 2. Possible. I think I'm gonna pitch the Flusterstorm. Like this, yeah, Flusterstorm. They can pay for Flusterstorms. Let's see. Okay, do they have their own counter? And fetch. Okay. What do you got, dude? Mana drain, dude. Mana drain.
Let's fucking go.
Mana drain. I mean, let's fucking go for them. Okay, they drain me. Alright. So, Saga on chapter 3. I am gonna float a mana and go search. And the things we can get are mostly mana, Black Lotus, blah blah blah. Moxen. Soul Ring is very powerful too. Vexing Bauble is interesting because they haven't used any of their forces, but like it also shuts off a lot of our stuff. I think I'm probably interested in Black Lotus just because we have our companion Lurus and I want to keep that going too. So let's grab the Lotus. Okay, cool. Underground Sea. And... okay. How about... hold on. Do we get Lurus this turn or do we stock up first? Maybe we stock up first. Well, let's do Thunder Trap Trainer first. Actually, because we also have Momentum Breaker. Okay, so we can take our finisher, 4th Earlingus, or a Braid. We can destroy marks or get a Soul Ring. Damn, Soul Ring, huh? I think I do like 4th Earlingus quite a bit. Let's take 4th. They know about 4th Earlingus, but I think that's fine. Momentum Breaker. So when this enters each opponent, sacrifice a creature or vehicle. If they can't, they discard a card. They discard a Brain Freeze. All right. Let's get in for some damage and yeah. increase speed. I think I'm gonna actually pass. Not gonna burn the Lotus for stock up. I think we need white mana for 4 of Erlingers, and also we need more mana for Lurrus too, so the shields are down for this turn. We don't have a counter. We just gotta hope that our opponent doesn't kill us out of nowhere. Okay. Got a bobble, doesn't really hurt us as much. Can Forcible be flashback with Snapcaster Mage? Oh, yeah, but it costs a total of 7 mana. We have currently 6 mana, so we can almost Snapcaster back Forcible. That's one of the most expensive counter spells I've ever seen, I think. Okay, they play their own stock up. Psychic Frog, that's cool. I mean, this also, like, the Vexing Bauble tells me that they don't have a counter. Yeah, they don't have a Force of Will. They only have a Red Blast. So I think we are completely safe to go with 4 Erlingers. That's at least my read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can 4 X equal 4. We can make 4 dudes and almost win the game. No, wait, hold on. If I make 4 Knights and bash with everything, they have a Frog. Dude, I think this. I mean, this has to be the play, right? Like, I mean, if they really have a Force, like, they can also crack this and then Force. But I am gonna, man. I mean, that's the jam plan. Other than that, you can also, like, get your Lurrus and then crack Black Lotus for Lurrus, replay Black Lotus and then grind and stuff. But I think I'm gonna take this opportunity here and jam, dude. Kinda jam. Here is the jam. Here is the jam. Oh no. Oh no. The Kraken. No, the Kraken, the Vexing Bauble. Do they have the Force? They do have the Force. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, dude.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. I think it's safe to attack with everything. Yeah, I think it's safe to attack with everything. Like, we force them to discard a card if they want to block and... Okay. I think a forced discard is not terrible. Who knows, right? Like, maybe all 3 cards are insane. And then you make them discard one of them. Okay. Or they discard... Okay, or they don't discard anything. Fair, fair. Yo, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, yo. I hope you have a good time, because I'm having a blast. I haven't played Vintage in a while. Lorien revealed. Yeah. I take it. And I think it's time for a stock up. Okay, I got a Flusterstorm. I cannot pay. And I also don't have any good attack. Actually, no, I can attack with my Construct, I guess. Yeah. So they're also playing. They're playing a different deck. They have Brain Freeze. They show us Brain Freeze. So it's likely that they play Underworld Breach in their deck, and they are like a Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, Black Lotus combo deck. So instead of like, yeah, like they're doing something completely different, right? Like we don't have a breach Brain Freeze kill, but we kill with PO and 4th Eolinga. So we are, I would assume that we are the control deck in this matchup, but it's hard to tell. Like vintage games are so swingy. Sometimes you are the control deck, but you know you gotta aggro people out with like Thunder Trap trainers and constructs and whatnot. They have 5 life, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. But I personally enjoy this like so much in vintage that you can sometimes like switch roles, you know, like for example in standard, if you play like blue-white control against I guess like any deck, you are automatically the control deck no matter what. But I think like in vintage, like even if you build a control deck, like sometimes you can still aggro out people out of nowhere. Alex, what's up? Yeah, dude. I specifically picked a deck in vintage that plays Stock Up because I'm just so hyped on this card. I hope you guys are too. Okay, there is a PO. We can pick up everything, which I don't mind. I think I'm still gonna start with a Stock Up though. Okay. Into attack. I do like it. Oh no, I don't like attacks in prop. They have X and Bobble. I am gonna take the. I'm gonna take another Stock Up, and I think I'm actually gonna take the island, as crazy as it sounds, because I can't play Moxen, right, because of X and Bobble, but I do want to progress my mana a little bit, so. Yeah, I guess I can also gain some life equal to my speed, which is 4. This is max speed. This is max speed, y'all.
Let's fucking go.
I mean, it doesn't mean anything. I guess we can gain 4 life, but this deck has no other synergy with speed, like whatsoever. But it looks cool. And maybe this game is like a good example of like vintage games don't always end on turn 1. Okay, force and negation. I see. Yeah, dude, I mean, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Okay. Oh, we found our own Vexing Bauble. Interesting. And Mana Vault. Mana Vault is nice with PO. I'm gonna take the... Ooh, there's Tolarian Academy too. Wow, this is an interesting one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bauble and the Mana Vault. Very interesting. And so this will shut off my Force Negation, but they have their own Vexing Bauble anyway. So let's play our own Vexing Bauble, so that way they can't play any Black Lotus. And let's get in for... Hold on. This is a 4-4. If they make a construct, it's gonna be what, a 5-5? Okay, I guess no attacks. But like next turn, for example, like we might actually cast our first PO. Gifts ungiven, dude. What the fuck? I mean, I'm excited to see gifts in Vintage. Usually what gifts means is like you cast it end of turn and then you untap and win. Yeah, beautiful card. I love Gifts Ungiven. Like many years ago, there was a vintage deck. I think that got Yawgmoth's Will, Snapcaster Mage, and something else. Okay, they got Dig Through Time, Demonic Tutor, Time Walk, and Underworld Breach. Wow. I'm gonna choose Underworld Breach, and I believe Demonic Tutor. They can go in the yard, and then opponent gets Time Walk and Dig Through Time. Okay, they got their own Black Lotus. Pumping the Frog. There's the Time Walk. I cannot counter. Okay, so to get an extra turn after this. Dude, I might also just die to like Construct. This is a thing in Vintage. Okay, this guy gets flying. It's fine. I'm gonna take 9 points. Yeah, they connect. Oh, this is rude. This is very rude. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Because the constructs are almost lethal. So you have to like chump block, and then take whatever this is, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty. They can dump their whole hand into Psychic Frog and maybe make it just lethal. But also I could crack this Momentum Breaker and just gain like a bunch of life. I bet this card is not on their radar, like at all. Oh, there's Underworld Breach. Okay. Okay, I think I'm officially dead now though, because they have Time Walk. So what they can do is like they can just like cast a bunch of Time Walks. They have so much mana. Yeah. Okay, they can just get like a bunch of Time Walks and they're gonna aggro me out. Right, they can't, like, even though there's Brain Freeze and Black Lotus, they can't do the kill because I have Vexing Bauble and this counters Black Lotus. But what they can do is they just chain a bunch of Time Walks and get in with some juicy, fat constructs. I think that's exactly what they're doing over there. Yeah, dude. Okay, they got 3 extra turns. All right, cool.
You lose.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Okay. That was pretty nice. All right, back to sideboarding. So Pyroblasts, Parablast look insane. Mind Trick Trap, probably not. Like, it can be good, but let's see. Consign to Memory is questionable. Fatal Push, I actually don't dislike because you can push their lures and then it stops their value engine. So this is like a maybe. The same for Abrade too. But we gotta see what we can side out. So, usually what I do in these kind of matchups is like I try to go a little slower. Force of Negation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep them. So I think I'm gonna actually cut Mox Opal, Mana Crypt. I think I'm gonna still keep around. What else? Like we do have removal for creatures here, so maybe we don't need additional removal. But I'm really interested in Pyroblast. Brainstorm is fine. Misstep is good. Thoughties is okay. Vexing Bauble is good. Stops their combo. So I think the weakest card in, and we can't cut too many artifacts because we do run PO. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm also gonna cut 2 Force of Negations and bring in 3 Pyroblasts. And Pyroblast is like an upgraded version of Force of Negation. Oh man, Alex, where do you usually play Vintage? Do you have like a store or community where you get to play like? So in Berlin we play what, like once per month maybe? It's proxy friendly. I like 99%. I bring Vintage Doomsday to the table. Simon Wotan, what's up, dude? What is up, dude? Hold on.
Yeah, boy.
Anything else we want? I don't think so. Let's submit and hope for the best. All right, welcome to game number 2. We are on the play. We reveal the cat. And oh wow, gosh, check this out. We got Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor. This is a really vintage-ish hand. I am gonna keep this hand, I think. We have Tolarian Academy, which produces mana too. This is a really fucked up hand. I'm gonna keep. It's risky because you don't have a counter, but hey. Oh, like, doesn't New York also have the yearly what's it called? Like a yearly big vintage tournament? I forgot the name. But yeah, here's a Black Lotus. So I'm gonna float blue, crack. Ooh, I could also Ancestral. Oh man, dude, I have so many options. I have so many options, but I could crack Black Lotus for black mana, Demonic Tutor for Ancestral Recall, and then Ancestral myself. The problem with this line is that if my opponent has like Mental Misstep for my Ancestral, I'm gonna be very dead. So let's go stock up. And if my opponent counters the stock up, I can also respond with Brainstorm, right? Ooh, we found the Ancestral. Holy shit. Nice, okay. I like this a lot. Ancestral, and I guess we take a land. This is insane. Very nice. And you know what? I think I mean, even though we go to discard, if this resolves, I'm still gonna Ancestral. Hopefully we find like we can draw into like a Mox maybe. Play like a Mox. Okay. We didn't draw a Mox, but we drew another land basically. And let's go to clean up and discard 4 Violingas. We don't need 4 Violingas right now. We need it like in like way later, right? Okay, Mox is insane because it turns on Academy. And I think... yeah, I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna cast Time Walk, I think. Just progress my board a little bit. Okay, they have a Power Blast. Sure, that's fine. Oh, dude, this is so sweet, dude. Like, Vintage is so sweet. Oh, man, dude. Like, Tolarian Academy is so busted, too. Let me check if we play any surveillance. Kind of forgot. I don't think we run any surveillance. No, we don't have any. Okay. And they pass the turn. Gotcha. Okay, Mox Pearl is very nice too. Boosts Academy. Mana drain. Let's go brainstorm. I think I can pass on these two. Drain resolves. And okay. Let's go ahead and cast Demonic Tutor. Okay, resolve, nice. So I'm gonna get Paradoxical Outcome, I think. We have so many marks in, we can pick them all up. Unless there's something better. Like Yawgmoth's Will is interesting too. Because we have both Time Walk and Ancestral in our graveyard. That's kinda insane. Holy shit. What do we take? We have so many. We have so many opportunities here. I think I'm gonna start with. And they don't have a Pyro Blast, right? They would have Pyro Blast to stock up, but they didn't. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get PO. We just draw a bunch of cards and then we're gonna figure it out from there. Okay, they got a Lotus. And another stock up. Okay. And 4 cards in it. Alright. Merchant Scroll. Wow. We could Merchant Scroll for Flusterstorm to protect our PO. Currently, oops. Oh no. Did my camera just phase out? Alright, cool, be back. So this taps to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. But we could also like cast Sync into Stoolport to counter whatever they have. So I think I'm gonna start with the PO first. like this. See what they do. Force litigation, okay. So I can return. I could return their force negation back to the hand. If they have a pitch card, it will make me look a little stupid. Maybe I draw 2 in response. You know what? I think this is fine, actually. This is fine. I'm gonna keep Flame of Honor because I want to burn the Lurrus, but I think I'm gonna just get my own Lurrus into my hand and play it because there's also Black Lotus in our graveyard. So we have, yeah, we can totally cast them next turn and then replay Black Lotus, and that will actually make our follow-up much stronger. Dig through time. Okay. Man, dude, like if only Lurrus was a wizard for Flame of Honor, that'd be so insane. Are there any cards in Magic that, you know, benefit from you having a cat nightmare on the battlefield? SWB MTG? Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That'd be like modern remand vibes, you know. Opponent got in Time Walk, where like you play something. I think like back in the day it was like Splinter Twin, I think, and then opponent counters it, and then you remand your own Splinter Twin back to your hand for value. Very beautiful line of play. Yeah, don't get to do it with the sync in the stupor because it says opponent, non-opponent or an opponent controls. So unfortunate, but hey. Okay, they got the Lurrus. They probably want to play the Lurrus now because there's the Black Lotus too. Yeah. Yeah. Good job, buddy. That's pretty sick. Cool. He has an Abrade. Okay, so we have double removal. Why don't we... Why don't we start with Abrade? Let's see. I mean, this could also be mana drain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Let's see if all Lurrus sticks. Okay, sticks. We get to cast Black Lotus from our graveyard. And now what? Think I don't want to give my opponent more value. Let's cast... What can I merge scroll for? Because Ancestral is already gone. So the main card I want to get is PO, I think. Is there anything else that's cool? Yeah, as I said, like Flusterstorm you can get. but not much. I think we just merchant scroll for PO, I think. Okay. And actually also, yeah, I also target my own lures. Like this. Boop. Powerful magic. Okay, force pitch gifts. Force pitch gifts. Yeah, you got it. Then 3 damage target creature. Boom. Great. That was a pretty cool turn. That was a pretty cool turn, not gonna lie. Like, we didn't get to resolve the PO, but it was peak vintage. Ancestor Recall, okay. Very Gucci magic card. So is a Saga. And they got their upgrade for my lures. Alright, no one's playing with lures then. That's fair. And a target player draws 2 cards. That's me. Okay, we drew Thoughtseize. Brain Freeze, Force of Will. Okay, that's an easy call, I think. Take the Force. Like, their hand is pretty bad. But they do have Saga. And also, more importantly, they have, like, Sensei's Divining Top. So they can dig much, much deeper. It's... I could technically... Oh, that's non-impermanent. I think I'm gonna keep the Sink in the Stupor. I might actually have to use this to bounce a Construct maybe later. Soul Ring. Yeah, Soul Ring is fine. Soul Ring is fine. Like, I think if I want to misstep something, like, it has to be like a Brainstorm, you know, Ancestral maybe. Okay, nice. We drew a draw 3. Thunder Trip Trainer. Okay. I need some gas. I need some gas. This is gas. This is gas, and I think I'm actually gonna just do it right now. Boop. And just hope they don't have a counter. If this resolves it, we are such in a good spot in this game. And like we know, they have one card in hand and it's Brain Freeze, right? So I don't know, they gotta be lucky with the top 3 of their deck. The opponent's tanking hard on this. What do I think? Oh shit, they can Brain Freeze themselves. Yeah. Oh no, they Brain Freeze me. Okay. Fair. I thought maybe they Brain Freeze themselves. Okay. So they milled me for 15 cards. And now they look what? What's happening? Okay, to make a construct, sure. Okay, nice. Nice.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. Let's play all the marks. We have 14 cards in our library. Like this. Play stock up. Hold on. I have a lot of colorless mana. I guess I'm gonna also play a land, fetch. I hope I have another land to fetch. Nice, okay. There we go. Zack and Flames, what's up, dude? Oh, Yagmoth's Will! This is insane! Holy shit! Okay. Oh wow, dude, this is bananas. Okay. How about Yagmoth's Will right here, right now? So we get to play everything from our yard now. Soul Ring, you got it. Then Black Lotus, please. Nice, thank you. What else? Because what I'm gonna do here is, yeah, I'm gonna 4th Eolingas them. Is there any other marks? No, but oh yeah, we also need Time Walk too. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cast Time Walk. Hopefully we're back. For Mana Crypt. So, let's bounce your dude. Actually, let's do it like cast it on the construct. Hey Flojo, what's up? What is up? You're trying to win in under what? Under a minute? Turns it to hand. I can't PO anymore. Is there any way how I can... Oh shit, I have Snapcaster Mage somewhere, I think. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what am I doing? Oh shit, this was... Oh no, this was still in upkeep. I'm stupid. Can I? No? Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, this was a little sloppy, but whatever. Yeah, and I think we just died to the clock, unfortunately. But hey, 10 seconds. Yeah, there's no way we can close the game. But imagine, you know, imagine this, right? Like, we have Saga, we have the dudes, we hopefully find whatever, Snapcaster Mage, and then we flashback 4 Fearlingas or whatever. But yeah, that's how the game would have been if we had, like, more time. If we had more time.
You lose.
But isn't this beautiful, though? Everyone, like, let's be honest, right? Isn't this, like, beautiful? Just, like, I am so happy losing this round with this many cards in hand. This is beautiful. I actually don't even mind losing. If, like, we have literally everything in our hand. We have basically lethal on board. We are the Monarch too. We have so much. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. And this is how Vintage can go. Vintage is not always turn 1 format, right? All right. Queuing for game number 2, round number 2. Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Kai Sawatari. The new homepage is up. It's the place to add swag to your game. Check this out. You can get high quality tokens to really make your deck pop. Magic card size, alpha cut corners. I can put mini alterations on top and they're all based on my art. Would you like to spice up your deck with some handcrafted alterations, or want to get a custom proxy card, or maybe a hand-drawn token? It's finally all in one place. SAWATARIX.com. Hell yeah. welcome back. We are queuing for the second round. And while we're doing this, I quickly want to say thank you to everyone who placed an order on SAWATARIX.com for the newest playmat. It's the Eldrazi Spawn playmat.
Let's fucking go.
We got I think almost half of the playmats are gone. There are only 40 printed of them. Almost half of them are gone, and I shipped them like to several countries, to Canada, US, France, Italy, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, and maybe I forgot something. I probably forgot some country, but yeah, really stoked. Like, this is like one of my absolute favorite playmats too. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'm currently painting the fish token painting. It's somewhere in the process, and I will probably release the token relatively soon. Very stoked about that as well. So thank you so much for your for your support. And this is like, you guys are the reason why I can keep doing SAWATARIX, and because of you guys. So awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's go back to the queue. We are in the Vintage League, as I said, with this beautiful 4-color control deck, I want to say. We play Lurrus, we play Stock Ups, we play Paradoxical Outcome, and 4th Eolingas is our win condition. What's the tariff from playmats from Germany? Oof, from the top of my head, I don't know. I have to look it up. But it's hopefully not too much. If tokens and stickers and stuff, like, I ship for free. I do free shipping worldwide. But for playmats, I think it's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe a little bit. But yeah. Also, all the playmats and all tokens and all stickers are also available on Card Market too. So if you live in Europe and you have, I don't know, maybe you've just too much money on your Card Market account, you can also get your tokens and playmats on Card Market if you want to. You find me, it's SAWATARIX, right? Same thing. But if you live in the US or Australia, or like outside of Europe, then you can always go to SAWATARIX.com, and I ship to the US, like, I think almost every single day. Almost, so. That's pretty cool. Yeah, talking about the deck. I like it. I think this deck probably wants a Sensei's Divining Top. Because you can do the cool trick with PO, you know? Like you have PO in hand, and then you have like just a bunch of Moxen and Sensei's Divining Top. What you can do is like you can tap the Sensei's Divining Top, hold priority, and in response to the tap and draw ability, you PO and bounce your Sensei's Divining Top and all the Moxen. So the Sensei's Divining Top goes to your hand, but you still draw the card of Sensei's Divining Top. If you get what I'm saying, right? This is some like tips and tricks and stuff, you know. There's just so many small things in Vintage that kind of it blew my mind, you know, like years ago, like all the small details and small things you can do. Very, very nice. That's what I like about the format so much. But I think other than that, I think this deck looks very balanced. Enough blue cards for all the forces. There are force negations too. We didn't get to do the Snapcaster thing just yet, but I think with like 1 Snapcaster and 3 Thunder Trap trainers, like we have probably more than enough wizards for Flame of Honor. This is a little bit of a, this is like a really bit of a spicy card, right? Like I think majority of you guys probably know this card from like Modern, maybe Legacy 2. It's not a Vintage card. I don't think it's a Vintage card. It's like a nice value card. Because if you compare like Flame of Honor to like, let's say a card like Oath of Druids, you know, I think the power level is definitely different. Okay, cool. Okay, while we queue, I'm just gonna get a new drink just real quick. Yeah, I think the first round showed like you have to be fast. I'm just adding some random gummy bears. One of my favorite snacks, like between tournament rounds too. Alright, Tube23, what's up? What's up, buddy? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If you get them now, I will ship them tomorrow, ASAP. Cool. We found an opponent. Excuse me, what? Welcome everyone. This is your boy in round number 2.
Let's fucking go.
On the draw, we got both Lures of the Dream Den. And I have Black Lotus in my opening hand. Think I'm gonna peep this hand. This is such a cool looking opening hand. Oh my god. Oh, dude, yeah. Shoutouts to Finland. Do you guys get to play Vintage 2 in Finland? Is it a thing? Vexing Bubble. Vexing Bubble, question mark? So I was told that all the Scandinavian people have all the beta power 9s and things because of old school. Dude, what? I just went...
Damn!
Dude, I just won the match? What just happened? Dude, what the fuck just happened? Okay, I mean, I take it. I take it. This was sweet. I mean, it was pretty unfair too, right? Like, I play Black Lotus. And then I play Vexing Bauble. Yeah, see, like I'm not big into old school anymore. I played old school for a few years, but I think first of all, I'm not old enough for old school. And second of all, the gameplay was not that interesting actually. Like the cards look super nice because you have like beta grizzly bears and Sarah Angels, you know, and Surrender Befrieds and blah blah blah, and Yuzam Jins of course, and you know, blah blah blah. But the actual gameplay is pretty, I want to say pretty boring, because it's like it's only like a mishmash of vanilla creatures. Like, yeah, like Sarah Angel has vigilance, okay, and flying, but for the most part, like, there's no ETB effects, no creature, like there's no trigger ability of any creature entering the battlefield. There's almost also no trigger in general. Nothing triggers except Yuzam Jin, which shoots you for 1 in your upkeep. So yeah, I don't know. It's very simple, basic Magic. But I think the main appeal for old school is that people want to play, you know, play like their $100,000 deck, you know, if like beta Power 9s and beta Volcanics and Mishra's Workshops and Bazaar of Baghdad's and all that sort of stuff, you know. And I did it before. Like, also I borrowed like my friend's deck too for like a tournament, and it is nice. You know, you take your opening 7, you're like, you know what, dude, I'm not gonna take a mulligan because I have like $100,000 in my hand right now. So that's cool. But in terms of the actual game, I don't know what you guys think. Like, it's such a big gap, you know, like nostalgia and aesthetics and money and blah blah blah. But the actual game is kind of, because it's the first, like, Richard Garfield and their team, they didn't, it was still like the beta testing time for Magic, right? Like nothing, they didn't figure out any, like, I don't know, like complex combos, or synergies were like really down to a minimum, I think. Yeah. Looks very good aesthetically, but gameplay seems pretty mid, dude. I don't even know if it's pretty mid. I think it's pretty low. Have you tried it so far? Simplicity is nice though. I do like, so don't get me wrong, right? Like with the latest kind of sets that came out, like Ether Drift and whatever the other sets were before that. I'm 33 right now, and I have to tell you that I just get very tired reading all the new cards, and it just makes me sound like a boomer maybe, which I'm not. I'm a millennial. But there's just so much stuff. Like, if you compare the Magic cards right now to let's say like Siege Rhino, for example, right? Like, I think Siege Rhino, when it came out 10 years ago, pretty much 10 years ago, I think exactly 10 years ago, that was like the right amount, like that was like the maximum, like the right amount of text, you know, on the Magic card. Like, you know, it tramples, it tramples, and it ETBs, it drains for 3, you know, that I can kind of remember. But the cards these days have that amount of text plus another line that says, I don't know, whenever this dude attacks, look at the top 4 cards, and then you can bring another creature onto the battlefield attacking, sacrifice it at end of combat, or like some bullshit like that, right? So there's too much text on the new cards, which I don't like. But if you compare this to like old school Magic, I think there's just not enough text. There's almost no text on the first couple of sets, so I don't know. I feel like you have to balance it out, you know. I think they had a really sweet spot in like the 2000s, or like the last 2 decades. I think were insane, very nice. But yeah, like the newest sets, I only take a look at like some of the most like hyped cards. You know, social media is very good at, you know, showing you like, you know, what's good, like what's the hype, blah blah blah. Like I didn't find Stock Up because I saw the spoilers. Like I saw Stock Up on Twitter, right? That's how I found out about Stock Up. But like I just wouldn't go through every like this is an uncommon card. Like I wouldn't just go for through the entire set, all uncommons, commons and stuff, and hopefully try to find something cool. Maybe I'm just a little bit too lazy for this. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Oh man, ISD. Oh, Innistrad was peak Magic. Yeah, dude, agree, absolutely agree. But yeah. Oh, it's the same with so many formats. Like I'm also a big fan of Commander. I have 2 bracket 3 decks. Actually, you know what? While we are queuing, let me just show you my Commander decks. So, I got those 2 decks. I got a black deck box for a mono black deck. Surprise, surprise. And a green deck box for a mono green deck, right? Let me show you the commanders. You will probably understand what I mean. So the general, and this is like my favorite commander deck of all time, is boom, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Phage the Untouchable, bro. A 7 mana 4. I don't have to explain what Phage does, right? Please tell me you know what Phage does. 7 mana 4/4. If it comes in the battlefield, if I didn't play it from my hand, I literally lose the game, right? So this is in my command zone. If I cast my commander from my command zone, I literally die, right? So what the deck tries to do is like, it tries to kind of, you know, blank this effect. So I have to get stuff like Platinum Angel on the battlefield first. I have to cast like a Topo Orb, or probably my favorite card in the entire deck is this bullshit artifact. It's called Campfire. Dude, can I... Wait, hold on. I need some. Yeah. Dude, fucking Campfire, dude. So, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Campfire, but it's a 1 mana artifact. For 1 and a tap, you gain 2 life. Okay, that's pretty bad. But for 2 tap, exile Campfire, you shuffle your graveyard into your library, which is okay. But more importantly, you put your commander from the command zone into your hand, dude. This is how, yeah, dude, this is like how fucked this deck is, you know. I have to do like bullshit like this or Topo Orb to, you know, like get my commander out there. And what happens all the time is like, so I have Topo Orb on the battlefield, right? And I cast Phage, and what ends up happening is that someone has that disenchant. Someone has a different disenchant or naturalize or wear tear, whatever. And they blow up my Topo Orb, Phage is still on the stack. I'm a mono black deck. I cannot counter my own Phage, so I have to beg my teammates. So please, can someone please counter my commander? And it happened once where my buddy actually mana drained my Phage, so I didn't die. So that was cool. But like 99% of the time, like Phage then resolves and I lose the game. So there is that. That's my favorite deck. Why am I even talking about my commander deck? Oh yeah, shit. Right. So, and for commander, I have a yeah, actually, you know what? Let me do it like this. So, my commander deck, Phage Untouchable, and one of the rules for deck building, is that you can come up with a whole bunch of rules, right? But like for me personally, I cut all the cards that have too much text on them. That's what I did. So if you go through the deck list, oops, I don't know if you can see the deck, right? It's stuff like this. I don't know. Hopefully you can see stuff. There's a few miscuts too and things, but generally, like, you know, it's caught like Dark Confidant, for example, good example, right? Like stuff you don't have to explain. Oh, check out this. Oops. Check out this Basalt Monolith. Pretty cool, huh? It's kind of messed up. It probably only produced like 1.5 mana. But anyway, so like the deck is very easy to understand. I don't have to explain every line of text. Oh, there's Platinum Angel. Welcome. Everyone say hi to Platinum Angel. And yeah, so, and that's important for me as a commander player to also play Magic, right? I don't want to sit there and explain every card in my, you know, every card I'm playing to the audience, because that will kill a lot of the actual gameplay, right? I want to play a card. If most people hopefully know the card, and if they don't know the card, I can explain it like very quickly, because again, the cards don't have much text. That being said, like I also added a few of the newer cards. I think the newest card I added is, I hope it's gotta be somewhere. Is my absolute favorite card from Ether Drift after stock up, and that is boom. Speed Demon. The Speed Demon, 5 mana, 5/5, flying trample, and start your engines. And your end step, you draw cards, and you lose life equal to your speed. Very easy to understand. I think it's a pretty cool creature too. So that's in the deck. Kai, do you play PM? What the hell is PM? But yeah, I don't know. I don't blame you for building a deck with like trillions of cards that nobody knows. Oh, pre-modern? Should I start pre-modern? Isn't pre-modern the same as old school, but newer? If you tell me that the gameplay is nice, yeah, I might consider it. More importantly, like, what are you playing? What are you playing pre-modern? Please tell me you're playing a combo deck. Oh shit! Okay, cool. We got an opponent too. You got an opponent too. All right.
Let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, round number 3. Oh, Self-Knot is cool. Self-Knot that's almost legacy, no? I am gonna definitely keep this hand. This is a turn 1 4th Eolingus. Chat, we have a We have a turn 1 4th Earlingers for X equal 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to fart out a bunch of humans, or do we want to cast stock up? I mean, this has to be good, no? This has to be good, yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, dude. Dude, this is not what the deck wants to do, but sometimes you just aggro people out of the game. This is so hilarious, dude. If this actually works out, this is wild. Turn 1 4th Earlingers for X equal 4. Dude, we got in! Okay, attack for 8. Become the monarch. Opponent's at 12 life, and we draw. Oh, dude, what a sick turn 1. Are you kidding me? What a fucking sick turn 1. Doomsday is legal in Pro-Modern? That's good news. Okay, how? Wow, dude, we found a PO. This is gas. This is absolute gas. Oops. I tapped wrong. Okay. I need blue mana. There you go. This is turn 2. This is turn 2. Oh man. Let me take a look. Let me take a look, opponent. Don't scoop. Don't scoop. I think everyone wants to see your hand. Everyone, not just me. Chat also wants to see your hand. Please. Hey, it's Second Flames. What's up? No! Nah, dude!
Get wrecked.
Okay. Usa Saga, Mox Ruby. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Like, what's our opponent playing? Like, because they didn't reveal Lurus. This could be like a very bad Vicious Workshop start. Hard to tell. Very hard to tell. How do we sideboard? How do we sideboard against someone who played on Usa Saga and a Mox Ruby? We could not sideboard at all, or we just gamble and assume that they are on a blue deck. Like maybe they play Tinker Bola Citadel, right? That's like a reason for them to not play Lurus. It's sketchy. It's sketchy. Let's cut? Momentum Breaker, Mox Opal, and maybe one more. Or maybe only bring in 2 Powder Blasts. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, dude, did you see that? Like, we drew out 1 off 4th Eolingas, and we just happened to have all the mana. Like, definitely not what the deck wants to do on the first turn, but we got there. Okay, welcome to game number 2. This is a good looking hand too. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Not as explosive as the last one, but still. I'm gonna keep this hand. Yeah, so sad, like you can't play stock up in Doomsday. Mox Diamond, what? Okay, maybe this is a weird deck. This is not what I. Okay, Bobble is good. Is this vintage lands? I'm a little bit confused right now. Lush Portico, okay. I'm happy I only started in 2 Powder Blasts and not 3. Oh, Ghost Quarter is rough. Ghost Quarter is rough. That's the only basics we got. That's the only basics, so they can go ahead and kill my island if they want to. Bazaar, okay. Okay. Yeah, this deck is wild. Minsk and Boo, Wasteland for the foot. Dude, they have. Wait, what? They have 0 cards in hand? Okay. So this is a little bit of a problem, but I'm gonna take the trainer and a force of negation. I know it doesn't do a whole lot, but maybe they crack this at some point. If they ever crack Vex and Bauble, then yeah, I feel really good about this force of negation. Punishing Fire Tabernacle at Pendra Vale. Okay. Yep. Ask kidding, I don't have any more lands, any more basics. Sinking the Stupor is a land. Let's go Thundertrap Trainer. We got a new and take a mana vault. Nice.
Simply the Onion.
Simply the Onion. Thank you for the follow, dude. Holy smokes. Wait, hold on. This one is for you, dude.
Yeah, boy.
We got the mana vault. We got enough mana to PO for 3. We might want to do it at some point. Yeah, dude. Welcome to this vintage stream. Today we're testing, or we're trying stock up in vintage. And I'm just curious how good this card is in vintage in comparison to legacy, where you see this card all over the place, right? Like this. This can bounce a Vexing Bauble if we ever have double blue mana. Until then, our mana is a little bit locked. So I think I'm gonna go cast Trainer. Find a Force of Will that I can't cast, but that's okay. Yeah, maybe we kill our opponent with just like a bunch of other attacks. And maybe this was too aggressive. But like, I don't know. I think we have to focus on like Sink into Stupor. We bounce Vexing Bauble and we mental misstep Vexing Bauble once it comes back. And then we have all the interaction and hopefully we draw into more gas, but maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I'm still feeling pretty good. Opponents looking, okay, they have a fast bond and 0 cards in hand. Yeah, this is the only problem, the Vexing Bauble. Okay, we found another land. Very nice. Let's go get Underground Sea. Sinking into Stupor. Actually, you know what? No, I don't do it just yet. Let's attack with Trainer. They have 0 cards in hand, and if they activate Bazaar of Baghdad and their upkeep, I will then in response bounce. Oh, yeah, dude. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Because now we can bounce the Vexing Bauble in response. And then they have to discard the Vexing Bauble too to their own Bazaar of Baghdad. That's pretty cool.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. You know, I'm here for the cool plays. Yep, they discarded 3 cards, including the Vexing Bauble. Boom. Bye. Actually, what do I even want? What do I want? Guess I keep doing the thing. Okay, Saga is nice. Bolt. Trainer. Finds us some mocks. Black Lotus, 4th Eolingus. Nah, I don't need 4th Eolingus. Check this out. Lures in our hand. Crack Black Lotus. Cast Lures. Recast Black Lotus. Dude, we are in heaven. We are in absolute heaven, boys. And we discard our Pyroblast. This is so nice. Yeah, dude. And we have all the Force of Wills up, and life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Alex, thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Take it sleazy, dude. And see you next time. Hold on, one more.
Boom.
Bam.
Bam.
Bop. Ba-da-ba-boo. Pow. And you know what? We won the match. Meanwhile, you know, this gotta mean something. This gotta mean something. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. Get wrecked. Yeah, dude. This was absolute peak. This was absolute peak. Let's see. Maybe we can play a little more. Oh. So what's the lesson, right? What the lesson is, this deck is cracked. This deck is insanely fun to play. It's powerful. It does broken stuff. And you only lose if you time out. That's a risk I will take. Welcome everyone. This is round number 4. Your boy Kai SAWATARIX still in here, trying to get a decent finish of this Vintage League, and we are on the draw. Okay. Anointed Peacekeeper. You got it, bro. You got it, bro. Please don't name Mox Sapphire. They named Mox Sapphire.
What? What the fuck?
I guess I don't play Mox Sapphire then. Yeah, man, like, how lucky, you know, they just like randomly guessed the perfect card. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Okay, now this is getting a little ugly. This is getting a little ugly here. So, what do I do? This costs... Oh, this costs 2 mana? Oh, it costs 2 more. Alright. And this has all toughness 4. Are you kidding me, dude? As toughness 4. Okay, well... If your stuff has toughness 2, then I have no choice but to dig for more stuff. I need... Yeah, I guess Mox Emerald isn't bad. Time Walk isn't bad either, but I think I'm gonna take the Mox. Also turns on my Mox Opal. So let's do this. I can't do anything. Next turn, like, we have to Flame of Honor or something, right? 5 damage to something. Most likely the Peacekeeper. Oh man, dude, this is insane. This is so aggressive. This is so aggressive. So what do I do? Do I block? This is 10 damage. Maybe. Oh gosh, dude, what do I do? Because the next room is the trap room. I lose 5 life. And I can only block the Peacekeeper. I guess I'm chump. Because they gotta have a follow-up after this, right? Yeah, I think I have to block. Like, if I go to 5 life and they play another initiative too, then I die on the spot, so... That's sad. That is very sad. Oh wow, another Peacekeeper. Ah! And PO, okay, and PO is the call. Stock up. Okay, but now what? Yeah, there's just no way. They go to trap. I go, yeah. That's like, even if I kill their Peacekeeper, they still have lethal. All right.
Stop it. Get some help. You lose.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's try again, but better. A braid in. A braid comes in. Fatal push comes in. Maybe Pithy Needle for Wasteland. Byforce. Oh shit! Consign to memory can counter the initiative trigger. So maybe if we bring in those, we definitely caught Flusterstorm. We also caught, I think, Force Negations. Thoughtseize is kind of... Oh, Vexing Bauble too. We have to cut Vexing Bauble too. And I think Thoughtseize is kind of bad too. But so is Mental Misstep. Mental Misstep has so few targets in this matchup. Let's cut the Misstep. And let's add Byforce and also... Oh man, dude. Is Byforce better than Thoughtseize? Against Initiative? Oh man, I don't know. Like... Destroy X target artifacts. Maybe this is good enough. Like turn 1 Thoughtseize, maybe if they're La Mulligan to 5. Could win the game. So we have double land, we have Mana Vault 2, we have removal. And we have counter and we have... Yeah, I think this is a keep. Okay, they revealed Chancellor of the Annex. Gotcha. I won't play my Mana Vault then. What do you got, bro? Archon of Emeria is what they got. One spell per turn, non-basics enter tapped. Yeah, I don't like it. Which destroy target item for the enchantment. Nice. Okay, they can blow up my mana vault. That's cute. Sure. If this is their best play, then I'm more than happy. Okay, let's get Ancestral Recall, and let's also get Mana Crypt. Is that true? Did we get Mana Crypt? Yeah, actually, I don't mind extra mana. Yeah. Okay, we don't play the Crypt and say go. All right, initiative is in the house. This usually means trouble. Activate ability for creature, artifacts, and planeswalkers can't be activated. Okay, so they have a null rod in play. I could also start thinking about my own my companion, Lurus. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Let's pass. I think. Yeah, let's just pass and see what they do. Okay, they go to Forge. Put counters on this dude. Okay, let's go 5 damage on you. And I think they have 0 cards in hand. I think I'm gonna consign this just to slow them down. Okay, we won the flip. Nice. And we name Wasteland, I think. Okay. Nice. Okay, we have a 3-2. We have a 3-2 lifelink. Welcome to Limited Magic. Both players, almost 0 cards in hand. And just like a bunch of mediocre creatures on the battlefield. This is vintage. Let's go. Except they do Caracas. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh man, dude, this wins the game, I think. Okay, I mean I tapped this wrong anyway, but oh god, this is frustrating. I gain life equal to my speed, which is currently 1. So if I understand this correctly, I'm gonna lose to this fella. I will gain 1 life. And then I die. Oh man, dude, Caracas, man! Caracas! Not Wasteland. Caracas. Welcome to my brand new booth, everyone. I'm Kai Sawatari, aka SAWATARIX. I paint tokens from player to player, and I also stream Magic the Gathering. And I will be at various Magic events this year with my playmats, my tokens, my stickers. We can finally meet up. You can directly challenge me in Legacy or Modern at my booth. All you gotta do is smash this button. Let's go. And you get a free roll before the game, and believe me, some of those fields are nasty. Sheesh, we got a free sticker. Let's all meet up and play Magic, talk Magic, hang out, have a good time, good vibes. Let's go. If you are a tournament organizer and want me to come to your event, go to sawatarix.com and click Event Booth. I hype up your event on my social media and make more people come to your event. Drop me a line on the contact form and let's add swag to Magic events. Boo! Welcome back to the queue. We are queuing for the 5th and final round in this league. We are currently 2-2. The last round was rough. It was rough. But I'm excited about the deck regardless. I think that's a good lesson, right? Like maybe we can tune the deck a little more to have more game against initiative. That seems to be somewhat of a bad matchup, maybe. Like this deck could use, I don't know, balance maybe. You could run balance in this deck. You could run balance. And you could also maybe play a mystical tutor somewhere in this deck. Maybe in a sideboard, a mystical tutor, so you can also get your balance more often against matchups like initiative where you don't have time. Like if you cast balance, like you want to cast it like on time. But like the deck is also like the only white spell in the deck is 4th Eolinga, so might be a little sketchy on the mana. Yeah, there's only a single Tundra in the deck. And we got Mox Pearl, we got Mox Opal, and Black Lotus for white mana. So maybe that's enough. Oh yeah, let me before we get paired against the next opponent, let me see if I can change the deck a little bit. How about balance? What if balance is in the sideboard, and then we put Mystical Tutor, or I guess Vamp Tutor, Vampiric Tutor in the sideboard too. Because if you do this, then we can also like then this Vamp Tutor makes a lot of sense with Pith Needle too. Like you can get your one-offs more often, right? And we have to see. I feel like you're pretty flexible on the Abrade Flame of Honor. So we have not cast a single Flame of Honor with 2 modes. We have not done that yet, I think, in this league. So yeah, a little bit of a question mark on Flame of Honor. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I was talking about Sensei's Divining Top. I think Sensei's Divining Top belongs in the deck too. For something else. Maybe we have to cut something, but I think Sensei's Divining Top belongs in the main deck. I feel like the Thoughtseize. I don't know how I feel about the Thoughtseize. Force Negation, 2 of them. Yeah, like yes and no. Force Negation, man. 2 copies. I probably do it like this. Sensei's top in. Thoughtseize out. And then the sideboard has balance in Vampiric Tutor. And you cut. I think you cut by Force. And then 1 other card. I think Push is okay. Abrade is fine. The Leylands you definitely need because of Dredge. Consigned to Memory is kind of flexible too, so Mindbreak Trap is interesting. I don't know if the deck needs Mindbreak Trap necessarily. Because he has so many counters in this deck. In his main deck already. Yeah, question mark on the Mindbreak Trap. I think probably cut it for now. And this is how the deck looks like. After playing the first 4 matches, I feel like this might be a little more in my comfort zone, but it's close. It's close. Oh. And also, I think last week we released the newest episode of the Every Eternal podcast, and this time it was a special episode because Callum wasn't available, so we upgraded Callum to Bob Huang, who was wasn't he the main host of the podcast like a few years back? I don't know. We had him on the show. So Julian, Bob, and we talked about the recent unbans, dude. Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Oh no, the recent bans. Sorry, the recent bans. Troll of Khazad-dûm and Sowing Microspawn. That was a fun episode. Holy smokes, that was a very fun episode. If you haven't listened to it yet, go ahead on Spotify and I think Apple Podcasts too. And it's like the newest episode. Yeah, we had a couple of thoughts. Overall, I think we are all happy. I'm happy, and I hope you are great. Yeah, you're having a good time. You know, brewing some decks. I saw a couple of like Dimir Reanimator decks that just play more awkward cyclers instead of Troll of Khazad-dûm, which is kind of hilarious. I don't know what to think about these deck concepts. Hey Jared, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, dude. Like it's interesting, right? Like we gotta see where Legacy is gonna take us. I'm personally like, if I had to pick a deck if there was like a big tournament tomorrow and I had to pick a deck for tomorrow, I would probably either sleeve up blue-green Omnitel or Doomsday. I think I would always sleeve up Doomsday no matter what. So that doesn't really count, but I think blue-green Omnitel, like, again, I had such a high win rate with this deck, like, very recently, and you can watch all the videos on YouTube. There should be on my YouTube channel somewhere. Who are like 10-0'd and 5-0'd, and yeah, I don't know. Stock up and show and tell just seems very good. Do you think legacy influences have an impact on BNR decisions? Oof. Probably not. I hope not, because if you call me an influencer, then I definitely don't want to be part in the BNR decisions, because I'm mostly stupid. I'm not smart enough to figure out like what's best for the format. Like I have ideas, and I think my ideas, for me at least, like make sense. But I could, because you gotta think, right? Like if you, let's say, like if you ban Sowing Microspawn, which happened, like what does that mean, right? Like it means a lot of things. It means that Cloudpost gets worse, Eldrazi gets worse. That's what everyone's gonna be thinking, right? First, but then it also has like so many other like, you know, it just has so many effects on so many other archetypes, right? Like how does Jeskai control look after these bans, right? Like how does 4-color control look after these bans? Like how do people change their mana bases because of the absence of Microspawn, right? Like does Delver play different cards right now? Do people cut consigned memory from their sideboard, or maybe do they reduce consigned memory from a 4-off to a 3-off, or to a 2-off maybe? There's just so many things, and I don't think that I can be in charge for this. Like a good example, right? Like when I saw that Troll of Khazad-dûm got banned, I was like, oh man, dude, this is really good news, because now the Dimir Reanimator deck just doesn't work anymore. Or like it works, but not as good anymore. And then like one day, like I don't even know, maybe it was like the same day or one day later, I see on Twitter that I don't even know, like it was someone posted this Dimir Reanimator deck with Oliphant and like and the other dude, the tree folk. What's it called? Generous End. And I was like, dude, what the actual fuck? it just seems so easy. Like I don't know. I don't have that part of the brain where I can instantly switch to the next best thing. It seems so easy, right? If you look at it, it's like, of course you're gonna fit in another cycler, because like Generous End is so powerful and powerful too. Like I think it has like crazy stats. It's like a 5/7 or so, 6/7, 5/7. Has reach, and it gives you a food token on ETB. So kind of similar to Troll of Khazad-dûm. It gets blocked all the time. Like you can chump block this guy forever, which is cool. But for instance, like all of a sudden you have this Generous End, which is incredibly good against Delver, right? Against Dragon's Fate Chandler, against I guess maybe Murktide Region, Delver of Secrets, like all of those guys, right? You have this 5/7 that has reach, and that's very interesting. So I feel like the Sowing Microspawn ban like changed a lot of things, right? Like it changed the decks that played Microspawn, but also like the decks that got the other decks too, especially control and mid-range decks. But then like on the other hand, like the Troll of Khazad-dûm ban maybe didn't even have such a big impact on Legacy as a whole, right? Because it's just like another cycler, and I don't know if in Wizards of the Coast wants to ban fucking like Oliphant and Troll and Generous End and Street Wraith and I don't know, name any cycler, right? I would love to maybe, you know, propose some unbans for Legacy. That I can do. But in terms of bans, oh man. Yeah, it's too complicated, I think. Because right now it's like 10 years ago, it was easier, I think, to ban a card. Because there was like this obvious problem, right? Like if Miracles was just too powerful and too consistent, blah blah blah, and okay, then you ban top. But like right now, there's just a lot of very powerful things in Legacy going on. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, but you know what? I feel about playing Vintage right now, and I feel like we got an opponent. Yeah, dude, we are in the 15th final round on the play and reveal Lurus. Welcome everyone, your boy's still here. Hoping for a 3-2. That'd be really nice. This hand looks good. Let's keep it. And I'm gonna Demonic Tutor turn 1 for probably Ancestral Recall. If you don't know what to grab Ancestral Recall. Okay, strip mine. That is very rude. Let's just get another. Yeah, let's get another Underground Sea. We got the strip mine. Ooh, we drew Mox Sapphire too. How lucky. How lucky. Okay, Force Pitch Lorien. Into all mana. Right on. How about a cat? Okay. Completely out of gas. Completely out of gas, but we have trillion mana. Very jealous. I wish I had a stock up. Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay, I guess we were doing it. You better have a counter now, opponent. We drew the best card in the deck. We drew the best card. Okay, I guess I should have attacked first, but... Yeah, you better have a force for this. Alright, okay, they have the force. Okay. I thought maybe I get away with something, you know. Good. Yeah, what a scary top deck. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. That was not very nice. Okay, well, hold on. I'm not gonna no, I think I'm gonna wait one more turn for the brainstorm. It's so easy to brainstorm lock if you have only the brainstorm. I think I will wait one more turn and then cast brainstorm, hopefully find something. Yeah, we are both in top deck mode. The opponent has one card in hand. So do I. Underworld Breach. Oh wow. Okay, okay. Well, I have no choice. Force of negation. Hell yes, dude. Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah, dude. This was peak brainstorm. Peak brainstorm. But more importantly, we also draw Snapcaster Mage, which can flashback Ancestral or PO. Oh, dude, we are so in the game. We are so in the game. All right, paradoxical outcome. Yeah, this is gonna be disgusting. Nah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, opponent. But I'm the one drawing all the cards. Oh, there's Black Lotus too. That's cool. That's another Snapcaster Mage. I would like to have an Ancestral. No, wait, hold on. No, no Ancestral. I can get a 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I can get Demonic Tutor. Yeah. Let's cast Demonic. Oops. And Demonic is gonna get us 4th Earlingus. Oops. For 4th Earlingus, X equals 7. Crashing for 14 points. Become the Monarch, and I have Force of Will up. Like in hindsight, like I should have probably played the Box Opal before, so that I have one more night to actually kill my opponent, but oh well. Oh well.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, dude. Doing the thing. Pyroblast's in. And I think potentially Mindbreak Trap. And let's cut Mox Opal. Let's also cut Momentum Breaker, I think. I do like most of the cards. Stupor, Yawgmoth's Will is pretty good. Flame of Honor. I think we can probably cut a Braid. They didn't play Lures. No, they don't play Lures. So I think we can cut creature removal. And one last cut. Any suggestions, chat? Anything? Maybe we cut. Maybe we don't deep Mindbreak Trap. This is like the big maybe. Like, I mean, at this point, we could also just cut the Flame of Honor, maybe, if they don't play creatures anyway. Maybe something like this. Welcome to game number 2. We got a reactive hand, but I do like reactive hands on the draw. Okay, Black Lotus. And they're passing the turn. All right. So this is a good example of like where Thoughtseize can be really good in Vintage. They have only 3 cards in hand. Hull Breacher. Hull Breach is okay. We got Sink into Stupor and Underworld Breach. Let's take the breach. So, hey, it's Ishi, what's up? Welcome to the 5th round, dude. 5th round of Vintage. Vintage stock up combo. Dude, like, you gotta love this. This is like the coolest deck ever. You just like, you just cast a bunch of stock ups and POs, and the only win condition in this deck is a 1 of 4 Eolingers. Isn't that crazy? Let's pass the turn. Yeah, dude.
Let's fucking go.
Okay, take another hit, no problem. Merchant Scroll. Okay. So lures first. Yeah, dude. We ending careers. Look at this. They got a 3-2. I got a 3-2. Seems legit. Seems legit. And I'm not gonna Merchant Scroll just yet. Yeah, let's do it next turn. Let's see. Maybe they use the Sink into Stupor to bounce my lures. That's possible. That's very possible. Because maybe they want to, like, you know, just push more damage. Ooh, okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna use my opportunity here and destroy Hull Breacher now, because they don't have double blue. They have to crack Black Lotus to save it. And it looks like they're going for this. Sink into Stupor. So they return target spell to my hand. So that's fine. Yeah, Pyroblast just goes back. Dude, we had like insane pairings too. We got paired against Vintage Lands. Vintage Lands with Bazaar of Baghdad and Minsk and Boo. If they attack, I trade 100%. Okay. Yeah, destroy your thing. Wee, they have a force, huh? Hardcast walls? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go. What's litigation? Nice. And pass.
Get wrecked.
See? That's how you win in Vintage, dude. That is how you win in Vintage. You don't even need to find a win condition. Oops. With this being said, thank you so much. We ended the league. It was a 3-2. Not the most exciting, how to say, record, but I think we had insane games versus Breach. We had 2 Breach opponents. We played against the somewhat mirror, I want to say, against Lance, like fucking vintage Lance, and then Mono White Initiative. So the Initiative matchup was terrible, and maybe I have to like rewatch it after this stream because maybe I did like a couple of mistakes here and there. But yeah, like that matchup's kind of made me even consider Balance as a card, right, for this deck. So that was really cool. But what should I say? Like, stock up is as expected, as strong, if not stronger in Vintage than in Legacy. And in Legacy, it's already pretty strong. But the combination of like Moxen and like in fast mana into stock ups, into more stock ups is just over the roof. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Once again, if you want to do your Kai a little bit of favor, you know, hit that follow and subscribe button, and also, yeah, rewatch my stuff on YouTube because I will be exporting this on YouTube in a bit. Anything else? I think I'm gonna look for another streamer and see where I can throw you guys over. Maybe to Doomwake is streaming right now. I think standard. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna prep the raid, and I will see you guys on the next stream, probably in a few days or so. Let me know also, like, down in the comments what you want to see, like if it's on YouTube, like, let me know. I'm always open for like deck ideas and stuff like that. Like I usually have like my own ideas too, but like, you know, let me know what you want to see. And other than that, thank you so much for your support, and that's it. All right. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was me, Kai Sawatari, aka SAWATARIX, and I hope you have a good one. Take it sleazy. All right?
Culture? Sure.
Ja, schöne Lights geturnt zu Seiten. So viel Möglichkeiten. Wow. Neues Outfit, teure
Hey, what's up? My name is Kai Sawatari, aka SAWATARIX. I'm a Magic player, and I paint tokens for other MTG players.
Brainstorm?
Red and blues from behind. Move slow. We from where red lights mean go. Green lights mean faster. Red and blues from behind. Move slow till they pass you.
Stoneforge Mystic Activation.
Sure.
Und den Germ Token bringe ich rein.
Nein.